Welcome to SRB TV. Come on now!
Yeah! We are here.
Hello everyone, welcome to our episode of SRB TV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at Young Justice Phantoms. Season 4.
Young Justice Phantoms.
Season 4, episode 16.
Emergency Dive. And the last episode.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Previously on Young Justice Phantoms,
we're still following pretty much young Aquaman, pretty much. And, you know, we're still following him in adventures, and it looks like there was a big UN type of meeting, type of situation where, you know, of the oceans, you know, trying to solve, I guess, come together still. And things like that, and bumping heads and things like all that type of stuff. And of course, Orm attacks, but then a mysterious hooded figure shows up.
Yeah.
And brings up some type of prophecy about pretty much the one true king, even though I thought that was always supposed to be Arthur. But the one true king of Atlantis,
which we find out in episode 16 is
15. Last episode. That was the last episode. Was 15.
No, the council thing was 14. 15. Fucking making me forget. Okay, so anyways, no, the main thing is that the Clarion thing fucking with the world caused a giant red death tornado to happen in front of the was it OG Aquaman's place. They with the help of Orm, Mara, and the mysterious hooded figure were able to stop it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it's like there was a big the from what Clarion did,
and then in turn, the hooded figure stops Orm. The hooded figure turns out to be none other than the founder of Atlantis.
Yeah, the OG original founder, and of course, again, everybody's biggest question is like, okay, where have you been this whole time? Situation.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh my god.
We also had the Legion show up and try to get Superman to help out.
To help get them back to their future.
And he realized it looked like that didn't work because they were hoping for it to instantly change right there in the moment, but nothing happened.
Yeah. I'm blanking. I swear to God.
And then was it God damn you.
Sorry.
We have Superboy pretty much.
Oh yeah, Superboy take on this monster thing in the world between worlds. He realizes that the only way to like not get injured at all is to
dinosaur that he was facing.
It looked like a giant lizard thing. So
no, it's a dinosaur. That's what they're stating.
Looked like a giant lizard thing. So it turns out he realized that he needs to calm his mind. If he does that, then he can avoid the monster's attacks.
Yeah. And he got Ghosty, which is AKA Phantom Girl.
Yes.
That's what her name is, pretty much, that he's carrying. He just doesn't know who it is yet.
Yep.
And that's when we get also the Legion go to their next person they try to talk to.
Wally.
In
the past.
Which we hope they explain how they're traveling through time when they said their ship that they use is kind of destroyed.
And the post-credits scene shows savages getting ready for whatever.
Supposedly, all we heard was that something about Project Threnos, he said. In the to be their priority, Project Threnos, that's what it is. But anyways, enough said. And again, we do apologize about the last episode. That's why we put in at least our reaction to the last episode overall. We had some camera situations. That's it. It's all fixed. We're all good. Now, enough said. Let's dive into this.
He is talking about episode 14, folks.
No, that's what it's stating. Pretty much.
Yeah,
just saying sorry about the episode 14 overall. Do apologize again. Again, we apologize about that.
I think that's where you got me. Is that where you're talking about episode 14? I'm like, I'm half asleep right now. Did we do 14 or did 15?
But enough said, let's dive into this for Young Justice Phantoms Season 4, Episode 16, Emergency Dive. So, let's go.
Good days and bad days. More bad than good, to be honest. But I'm...
You know Zaytana's like,
I helped Emery
want to make like
move in upstairs
90%
and
sure
get a job at the
I saw what I saw.
I'm also closing person I called when I got back from Mars.
But Megan Morse has not met with Garfield Logan?
Not yet. I imagine he's been busy with...
Oh, dude.
You need to
Garfield
see him.
Logan has
Girl.
left Space Trek 3016. Garfield Logan no longer goes on missions with the Outsiders, and Garfield Logan has broken up with Perdita Vladek.
Yeah, it's like, you need to go see him.
Go see.
You need to go
Logan.
see him.
You want a priority? Beast Boy's your priority.
Yeah.
Like,
But not even that. It's mainly just, that's why I like how it's like you need to go see him. This is what's, I don't know what you heard, but this is what's going on with him right now.
yeah, it's like, she said, I'm like, oh, you gotta fix that yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Must the great lord and failure.
Let's get through the finger trick. There's the finger trick.
It would seem we have as much confirmation of your immortality.
Oh yeah,
as
that's
possible,
right.
Short of a direct comparison to Arian's DNA.
Oh, we should
at Atlantis.
fucking care who he
I'm
is.
afraid we did not think to collect DNA samples 12,000 years
That's why
ago.
they showed the savages.
Unless we finally found your legendary crown.
He's technically a descendant of Vandal Savage.
Don't shift your legs. Keep your head straight, back straight, eyes focused on your landing point. Oh, you got it. You got it.
Well, yeah. He's going between...
He's trying to stay calm.
Very smooth.
So he's keeping her in his mind.
Harder than it looks.
Causing a riot. Like what?
He doesn't have anything from his time.
But right now, they're just questioning, it's like...
Arians must be steering.
And his father was an asshole.
Called irony.
I've been here before, right? When Mom died, when Rita died, Chief, Negative Woman, Tula, Jason, Ted, Wally. I survived it all. I know the pitfalls, and I know how to get through this in my own way.
But it's all catching up with him now.
Now on one
Clearly
shot.
different this time. Don't forget, I was there, gosh.
I will be back in a few short days.
So before I say again, man,
Again, that's why I said the writing they do is like, it's not forced. It's like, it's all natural. It's like...
the guy did pretty good post Miss Martian. Yeah, and that's the difference between how Aquaman's handling it and how Beast Boy's handling it. Aquaman is just grown up like that.
Come on, Justin's told me.
Beast Boy just follows.
Do this with your eyes closed.
I leave our kingdom in your capable hands.
Again, he's trying to see if this
He
prophecy
was
is
the
sure or not.
exact number of times he's visited you. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep that much count.
I was just coming up to...
Hey!
An intervention. Need to get some help.
And like, how bad would that be?
We all need a little help sometime.
That way we can all get back to inspiring folks. Symbiosis.
Wow.
Nice routine. You have the timing down perfect. Now take it on the road.
I wonder what's gonna be the tipping point.
Figure it out yourself. I did. Next.
Oh, we don't get to hear from Robot Man? Oh, come on!
For transferring your loyalty to
Authority means nothing here.
my loyal subjects may disagree. Really, Majis, you have nothing to fear from lemon sharks. Save their teeth.
Nice.
You forget, he's still motherfucking Aquaman.
No,
It was bad, real bad, but you got help. From me, from Rita, from me.
Harry Payton again.
You never lost your optimism, your desire to do right, to help people, like how you helped me. I was nothing but a brain, so
I like his better.
You came back from the dead to give that speech.
Oh.
Next.
Wow.
Good time. So unless you're prepared to permanently leave the team, the Justice League, and the Outsiders, you have to attend one therapy session with Black Canary.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. A veteran Justice League member.
Oh, when he first.
Well, I mean, there's worse things you can see in the purgatory.
So he said,
Hope for too much.
That's why he said she's the key to get them getting out of that.
No, I feel that.
This way, over here at best. So Danuth came to believe this Orm was an imposter.
Not surprising, Onyx. This new Orm is a clone of the original.
Whoa.
Good work. If I had not been looking for it, I would not have found it.
Why clone Orm?
Suspect the simultaneous arrivals of both the clone Orm and the prophecy's savior cannot be a coincidence.
Gives rule. There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Lord Arian.
And no one knows where they went.
Yeah, that one girl.
It's like smell. Of course, he's a savage.
When Forager looks back on Forager's
graduation.
Hey, we get to see her again. It's pretty cool.
Not only from Forager's books and teach more friendship and a future far from home.
Is this a public high school graduation or a Justice League graduation?
I think it's a public school.
Because he's talking like he's in.
But problems can be lessened, and this lesson taught Forager.
So that was. That was Young Justice Phantoms, season 4, episode 16, and suffice to say,
getting a little bit more interesting.
Oh yeah.
Now
the fact that Orm's not really Orm.
Let's just start from the beginning. So pretty much, it seems like at first, Connor is still jumping from place to place. He feels like it's on a never-ending thing, but now he's hallucinating. He's been there for so long now that he's starting to hallucinate the good and even down to the bad, to a point where he passed out. And then from there we moved on to pretty much them trying to figure out if this guy is real. Pretty much, they wanted to see, are you this real person?
Tyrion. That's the guy's name.
Yeah, Tyrion. We want to make sure this person's real, but also at the same time, they want to verify this prophecy, if this prophecy is legit or not. That's what they're investigating. So that's where, like I said, they needed to go down to ancient Atlantis to get more information from down there. So that's where they send them to at least start, trying to find more information about it.
Because everything clicked now with Terry. I was like, why does he look familiar? They literally had a whole flashback sequence chronicling the history of Vandal Savage, and one of his descendants is Tyrion, the founder of Atlantis.
Yeah, so, and then pretty much, not only that, he went to go talk to him again, but it's like, he's telling these things that don't line up. That's why I like how even he's like, check his DNA, see who he is, stuff like that, and that's where we discover, okay, there's more to Orm. Somehow someone cloned him, but why? That's the next question, because it's like, who is? It's like, where's the actual Orm? Who is this Orm? It's like, why? It's like
somebody tells me Vandal Savage is involved, and Tyrion does not exactly know. I'm not saying he.
That's why I said that. That's why I said this other chica that's been talking to him, saying you need to talk to the people. It feels like she's pretty much a part of it.
It's one of those.
It's like she's trying to kind of guide him in the direction they want him to go.
It feels like it's one of those things where it's obvious that like Vandal Savage is involved, and what he's doing is he got his son back. Kind of, sort of. Because remember, when they were checking his DNA and stuff, they were like, not 100% sure, but it confirmed his magic is pretty ancient.
Yeah.
So what I'm guessing is, Vandal Savage found all of this, and he has set it up so that way his son can gain power in that area, in Atlantis. What do they call it? I'm just going to call it Atlantis. In current
ancient Atlantis. You're talking about where they went to.
No, let me finish. So, Vandal Savage basically set all this up so that way his son can gain power, because he figures that would be an easier way to gain power for the light in Atlantis, in current Atlantis.
Possibly.
Is that he could probably convince his son more than could he ever convince anybody on that council we saw a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
So, whether Tyrion knows or not, Vandal Savage feels like he's definitely involved in this situation.
No, that's where they said. That's where they sent them to ancient Atlantis because they needed to find his original crown.
Yeah, that's the key to the prophecy. Is the crown?
Is the crown?
Is the chosen one will wield the crown?
Yeah, and it was lost in the ruins of Atlantis at the time when it sank.
Yeah.
So that's why they want to make sure this prophecy is all true.
So yeah, very intriguing on that part, which would explain why we got at the end of episode 15 we got the Savages preparing for something. Maybe it was a small tease, but I was realizing it because now I think about looking back at episode 15, them teasing that me with the Katarian showing up is like, oh, that's right, he's the descendant of Vandal Savage. So yeah, I mean that's definitely made the Aquaman plotline very much more interesting. Much more interesting now.
It does.
And then the biggest thing, which we have been waiting for since like the latter half of the first half of season 4, which is McGann finally confronting Gar about all that's been going on.
Yeah, finally confronting because it's like Forger's like, listen, you need to go see him because this is what's going on right now. He needs more help, and then they literally throw all nothing but positivity, even with, it's like everything at him and nothing. But then that's why I like how she's like, all right, you want to be done with this? You still have to go through your tests. It's like drug tests and psychiatric tests. So it's like
it's Black Canary and Black Canary.
Oh no! After we seen since the very first season, it's like she doesn't pull any punches.
And I'll say this again. I give props to Greg Sipes, who's been the voice of Beast Boy for like fucking ever now. Who does such a great job here, playing a lot more serious Gar, who you can tell has gone through so much as it is, and like it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good episode.
It's
16.
gonna be a great episode when Black Canary starts sitting down and talking with him, because she's not gonna pull any punches. She's gonna bring it out. She's gonna bring it out big time.
I guess one of the biggest positives we can say too. I guess the storylines to come from this is Forager and the other heroes from
graduating from high school.
Graduating from high school.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, and that's awesome. I did love when Forager's like, wait, and he lists to everything that's happened with Gar. It's like, how did you not know about any of this?
Yeah. It's like he's been doing this. It's like,
and regardless of if we see a school bus or not, we think Connor's definitely starting to feel the strain of being this purgatory world.
Yeah, that's why I said it's the type of thing where he's been there for so long, he's pretty much starting to hallucinate and stuff. And like I said, once she wakes up, once Phantom Girl wakes up, like I said, that's all he needs. That's all we're pretty much waiting for, is for her to wake up. Because I think, that's why I said, whatever happened during the explosion, she did something and tossed them both.
I am a bit sad we didn't get back to the Legion storyline where they actually talked to Pascal.
I think they're saving that still. They're saving that even for something bigger.
Yeah, because we haven't even seen Tigress in a while. Because remember how things ended with her and her sister and her family.
Well, that's what I said. Right now we're seeing the after effects for the other groups, pretty much. That's what we're seeing here. Because before we're seeing some of the stuff that's kind of needed to be built up, and then like I said, this is like during all the Clarion stuff, which is interesting. Like, this is all happening during the Clarion stuff where they're trying to. Yeah.
So if this is anything like the first half of season 4, I feel like we're a few more episodes away from completing the Atlantis storyline, and I feel like the final part of the season will
everything pretty much in the first half is like, okay, that's what we're dealing with, and the second half is like kind of overlapping this. If you think about it, where it's like whatever's going on, we're kind of going along with that, or the story's going on, and everything's leading up to this big climax.
Yeah, because everything surrounded Connor's death, whether it's the stuff with Zatanna and her students.
As I said, and then we start the second half of the season kind of like, almost like the back at the beginning of the first season, but seeing it the other side.
Beast Boy and his PTSD, the stuff, our Happy Harbor heroes.
Pretty much, it's pretty much. This is pretty much from Connor's death, pretty much, or his death, pretty much on. That's where we're seeing this second half at. That's where we're seeing the start of the second half, is from his death on, because we're seeing some of them still trying to deal with their stuff, but in their own ways and stuff like that. But I love that. Like, again, that's why even with the polyamorous type of relationship that Lagan has, it's like the storytelling is just so pure. I love how they're telling the story. I love how they're, developing these stories and bringing them together in a unique way. And again, I just can't wait to see where this where this all ends up at this point of this season overall. I'm super psyched.
Yeah, good stuff so far. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button if you want to talk to us more about stuff like this. Comment down below if you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about DC shows like this, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you guys enjoy this episode? Was it really cool to get some good twists and turns, especially with what's going on with Orm, or even what's going on with Connor and stuff like that, trying to piece everything together. You love how they're puzzling all this, bit by bit as we're getting closer to the end of the season. Have you been enjoying the storytelling so far this season with Young Justice and how they've been delivering it? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall to this episode, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And you can check out our previous episode reactions as well as additional new SRBTV reactions right here on the channel. But, of course, on the next episode of SRBTV dealing with Young Justice, Phantoms, we will be tackling Season 4, Episode 17.
Leviathan Wakes.
Oh boy. So, until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very, intervention-filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.